All right, everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to our strength workout today. And we'll go ahead and get started with our warm-up. So for our warm-up, we're just going to start by walking in place or walking in whatever space you have to work with. So go ahead and walk and just tune into your body as you walk. So this is our chance to check in, and if anything feels particularly sore or if anything feels really, really great and ready to go, just keep that in mind as we go through the warm-up and through the rest of the workout today. And always feel free as we go to take breaks when needed. I keep going because everyone takes breaks at different times, but you are always welcome to take a break when you need, even if I don't say to take a break at that moment. So you have the freedom in your own space to move at your pace. Keep walking here. We have 4 different circuits of exercises that we'll go through. The first circuit and all of them following will have 4 different exercises in them. I'll break them down and then we'll do them together for 30 seconds. And we'll have 10 seconds to transition and switch to the next exercise. So about 10-second rest in between each time. And we'll try to get through the circuits 2 or 3 times each. Okay, go ahead and stop your walking and we'll take it to arm circles. So go ahead and stick your arms out into a T shape. So your left fingertips will point left, your right fingertips will point right at shoulder height. And you're gonna roll your arms in small circles forward. And then every time you do a circle, I want you to make it bigger than the last so that you are working through your full range of motion. My circles are getting pretty big here now. Releasing up the chest, the shoulders, the upper back, and the arms here. And once your circles are as big as they can possibly be, we'll go ahead and we'll start back at that T shape and we're going to reverse our directions, starting backwards, getting bigger as we go. Every circle is just a little bit bigger than the last, working through the full range of motion. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and shake your arms out, give them a little wiggle, and we'll go on to our glute kicks. So stand nice and tall, and arms can start by your sides. You are going to kick your right heel to your bottom, set it down, and then switch sides. Left heel to your bottom, set it down. As you alternate kicking your heel to your glutes, to your bottom, you want that bent knee pointing down. So the bent knee pointing down, what that's going to do is it's going to help get a stretch from the hip all the way down to the knee and the thighs and the quads, which is what we're aiming to stretch here with this movement. Let's keep our arms moving as we do these glute kicks. So if you don't have your arms moving in opposition, let's get that started. So arms can be bent to an L shape or 90 degrees. Palms can face each other, soft, curled. Either curl your fingers towards your palms or hands and fists, and left arm swings gently up and forward with that bend in the elbow as the right heel kicks back, just helping with balance and keeping the upper body nice and loose. So opposite hand swings forward as opposite heel kicks back to the bottom. And when you're ready, you can shake those out. We'll take them to high knees. So get your knees up nice and high. Bent knee comes up and forward, trying to get to hip height or in front of the hip. And this here is stretching the back of the leg, the hamstrings. And the higher you pull that knee up, the more you'll get that stretch through the back of the leg, and it might go into the glutes as well. Heart rate's rising here with some big movements, taking it at your pace, of course. Feeling that nice stretch through the backs of the legs. All right, shake that out. We're going to take it to our biggest movement of the day with windmill toe touches. So go ahead and spread your feet wider than shoulder width apart and point your toes forward. Arms go back into your T shape with left fingertips reaching left and right fingertips reaching right. Push your hips back as you reach your right hand towards your left foot. It doesn't have to touch the left foot, just reaching in that direction. Left arm reaches to the ceiling, so your chest and your nose point left. Then you'll come back up through center and we switch sides. Left hand towards right foot, right hand to ceiling, come back up. So as you rotate and reach, maybe you reach your hand to your knee, your shin, your ankle, maybe it all goes all the way down to the foot. You're moving at your pace, moving nice and slow, only reaching as far as feels good to you. So with our legs wide, we get a little bit of inner thighs, outer thighs, hips. With our hips pushing back and are reaching forward. We're getting a nice stretch through the backs of the legs with those arms nice and wide. We're opening through the shoulders and chest, engaging through the upper back. Reaching opposite hand to opposite foot is a twist through the core. And as we reach and we have to lean forward or hinge forward, that is going to give us some cardio as we lower and lift our torso. So a lot going on here, taking it at your pace. Big, big movement, lots of intention behind it. And when you're ready, you can shake that out. We'll take it to our calf raises or heel raises. So your feet can come back to hip width apart, toes forward. Hands can be on your hips. They can be in a prayer. They can be in a T. They can hold on to something for balance. As your heels lift and then heels lower back down. Heels lift and heels lower. So tippy toes, flat feet. This is getting the calves, the back of the lower leg. It's already getting very hot in my room. I'm going to have to turn on the fan. And if you'd like, you can add toe lifts, which is going to be a little bit more of a balanced challenge. So heels lift and lower, and then your toes can lift and lower. So that's going to add a balance challenge, and it's also going to activate the shins, the front of the lower leg. All right, and when you're ready, go ahead and shake that on out. If there's anything else you feel you need to move a little bit more, feel free. And we're going to start with our circuit one standing. So from your standing position, you have the option to use no weights at all. If you want to add weights, you can have light weights, and you also have the option to have medium or heavy weights as well. That is always up to you. No weights is always an option. So first exercise is our lower tricep extension. So I want you to stand pretty tall here. Take a soft bend in your knees so that your legs aren't locked out. Then I want you to hinge forward. So I want you to push your hips back, and then your shoulders are going to end up coming a little bit more forward so they're no longer stacked over your hips, but you keep your back nice and flat, although your shoulders are ahead of your hips. Arms are long down by your sides. Palms face the outsides of your hips. And then I want you to send your arms back behind you. So swing them past the hips, raising them behind you to a low diagonal. This is our move. This is the entire thing, our lower tricep extension, so the back of the upper arms engage here. Option to hold this position, or option to take tiny little lifts from here, maybe an inch or a centimeter higher, and release, lift, and release. Just keeping them up in that upward position as much as you can. Any questions about lower tricep extension? Second exercise is for our shoulders. It's a front to a lateral raise. So option for light weights or no weights at all. Start with your palms facing the tops of your thighs, and then lift your arms up directly in front of your shoulders. Palms face down at the top at shoulder height. Drop the hands back down to the front of your lap, and then you're going to take it to a T raise, a lateral raise. So you bring your arms to a T shape. Left fingertips left, right fingertips right, and then drop them back down to your hips. So forward, reset, side, reset. Any questions about front to lateral raise? Okay. The next exercise is a reverse curl. So you're gonna start, you can have medium weights if you'd like, or no weights at all. You can start with your hands in front of your thighs, palms face you. And then you're gonna keep your elbows kind of tucked into your rib cage here. You're gonna bend your arms so that your knuckles come up towards your shoulders. So your knuckles end in front of your shoulders, your elbows still point down, your palms face forward, and then your palms lead the way back down to touch the tops of the thighs. That is for biceps and forearms. Any questions about reverse curls? Okay. Our last exercise is calf raises. If you'd like, you can have heavy weights, one in each hand, hanging by your sides outside the hips. And just like the warm-up, heels lift and heels lower. Any questions about any of those before we get going? Okay. I am going to get our timer and our tunes going. We have a country playlist today. And 3, 2, 1 lower tricep extension. So extend those arms behind you at a low diagonal and keep them lifted as high as you can. Maybe try to squeeze those palms in towards each other as much as you can. Feel that engagement through the triceps, the back of the upper arm. And hold this position. Remember, you have a soft bend in your knees. Your back is flat, so there's no curve in it, although it is hinged forward slightly. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We take it to our front to lateral raises next. Option for light weights or no weights at all. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Arms reach in front of the shoulders and then outside the shoulders. Your arms always stop at shoulder height. Palms always face down at the top and face your legs at the bottom. Working through shoulder strength. Breathe through it. Try to stay tall. Keep those shoulders stacked over the hips. Three, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We take it to our reverse curl. So if you want to switch to medium weights here, you can. Palms face the thighs. 3, 2, 1, exercise. Elbows bend. The knuckles lead the way to the shoulders, and then the palms lead the way back down to the tops of the thighs. With our hands in this direction as we do our bicep curls, we get extra forearm strength while we lower our hands to our thighs. The slower you lower your hands to your thighs, the more you're going to feel it through the forearms. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We take it to our calf raises next. Option for heavy weights hanging by your sides. And we go in 3, 2, 1, exercise. Heels lift and heels lower. If you need to hold on to something, feel free. The trick here is going to be to lower your heels nice and slow. They're going to want to go down fast because gravity is going to pull them down. Try to fight that gravity and push those heels down slowly to really activate through the calves, make them work. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We did circuit one time through. We're on circuit 2 round, or circuit 1 round 2 with lower tricep extensions. In 3, 2, 1, extend those arms behind you to a low diagonal. Palms face each other, reaching those arms up past the hips as high as you can, keeping your chest proud, your shoulders down and back relaxed as you try to lift through those arms behind you. Nice low diagonal behind the hips. Squeeze those palms towards each other to feel that extra squeeze through the tricep. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Woo! We take it to our front to lateral raises next for our shoulders. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Arms reach in front of the shoulders and then arms reach outside the shoulders. Forward raise to lateral. Front to side. Zombie to a T-shape. Try to keep that arm stopping at shoulder height. Keep the shoulders stacked over the hips. Breathe as you do this. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We take it to our reverse bicep curls next. Palms face the top of the thighs. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. So elbows stay tucked to the rib cage. Knuckles lead the way to the shoulders, and then palms face forward at the top. Palms lead the way back down to the tops of the thighs. Biceps contracting as you lift those arms. Forearms contracting as you're lowering arms. You got it. Breathing here. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We take it to our calf raises next. Standing nice and tall, feet hip width apart, toes forward. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Heels lift and slowly lower to the ground. You got it. We're breathing here. We're keeping nice and tall through our torso. Our shoulders stay stacked over our hips. Balancing here, pulling your belly button into your spine is going to help engage the core to help keep us stabilized here through this balance challenge. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We take it to circuit 1, round 3, last round of this. Make it your best yet. Starting with those lower tricep extensions in 3, 2, 1. Exercise, extend those arms straight behind you. Keep them straight the entire time. Option for tiny lifts at your highest point or hold it there. Squeeze the arms in closer to each other if you can. All that's going to do is increase the engagement through the triceps, the back of the upper arm. Keep your shoulders relaxed as you try to lift through the triceps. It's challenging, and we can do it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Beautiful job. We take it to our front and lateral raises next. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Arms reach forward in front of the shoulders, arms reach to the side, outside the shoulders. Breathe deeply as you go here. Exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. If your hips want to push forward, then some of the weight and some of the work is going to go into the lower back, but we want to keep it in the shoulders, and we do that by keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Reverse curls coming right up. Take a breath. 3, 2, 1. Exercise reverse curls. Knuckles to the front of the shoulders, palms to the top of the thighs. Keep the elbows underneath the shoulders, kind of tucked into the rib cage as your arms bend, and extend all the way back down to the bottom. That full extension at the bottom allows you to get that full contraction the next time you go up. You got it. Breathing, another one. Keep those shoulders stacked over the hips. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Next exercise, calf raises. Final exercise of circuit 1. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Heels lift and heels lower. Make those lowers slower. That was a mouthful. Heels nice and slow down to the ground. Breathing as you go. Last exercise, make it your best of circuit 1. And then leave circuit 1 behind us. Less than 10. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. I'm going to pause our tunes. Get a drink, shake it out, and meet me on the ground. Our next circuit is entirely on the ground, and we will start on our backs. I'm just getting a quick drink here, and then I'll meet you down there. Okay, so on the ground, let's start with our feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling, head and back rested, okay? And then when you're ready, send both legs straight to the ceiling and point your toes. Take your hands outside your hips and push them down. We're going to do alternating leg lowers to activate through the low abs and the obliques. So the right leg is going to lower towards the ground. You choose how much. Then it's going to lift back up to the ceiling, and then the left leg takes a turn. Any questions about alternating leg lowers? Okay. Second exercise is chest press. You have the option for medium weights or no weights at all. This is going to activate through the chest. So you're going to take your elbows outside your shoulders, and then I want your elbows bent so that your palms face forward, fingertips are up. So you have an L shape, 90 degrees. Now with our elbows directly outside our shoulders, that can feel a lot on our shoulders. So I invite you to lower your elbows 1 inch closer to the ribs. So they're still generally outside the shoulders, but not quite in line with them. From here, you can either alternate or do both at the same time. Arms are going to lift directly above the shoulders, arms straight, and then elbows are going to bend back down to the ground outside the shoulders. Palms face forward the entire time. Fingertips point up. Unless you have weights, then the fingertips are curled around them. Any questions about chest press? Okay. Our next exercise is bridges. So we stay right where we are, feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling, and hands, palms pushed down into the ground outside the hips. You're gonna squeeze the glutes, squeeze your bottom to lift your hips towards the ceiling. Your head and shoulders stay on the ground, and then you slowly lower the hips back down to the ground. So the hips lift, and then to mid-back lifts, and then lowers back down. That activates through the glutes and the hamstrings. If you have weights and you wanna hold them on each hip to increase the weight that your glutes are lifting, you may. Any questions about bridges? Okay, then we end with push-ups. So your push-up position can be on your knees, it can be on your toes, or it can be against a wall. The most important thing is you want a straight line from head to heels, or if you're on your knees, head to knees. If you're on your knees, pull your heels close to your bottom. And if you're on a wall, the further you step back away from the wall, the more resistance you'll feel. And you want the hands a little bit wider than the shoulders. Bend the arms, chest goes towards the wall or towards the ground. Straighten the arms, chest goes away. Any questions about any of those exercises? Okay. I'll get the timer going and the tune's going, and I'll meet you on the ground here. And we start with our alternating leg lowers. So send your legs to the ceiling. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Lower the right leg, lift it, lower the left leg, lift it. So the key here with low abs is we want the back to be glued to the ground. So if your low back starts to peel off the ground, make the movement, the lower of your leg, a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be huge. You can lower your leg an inch. You can lower your leg to hover. Whatever's gonna work for you works for me, as long as your back is glued to the ground. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We take it to our chest presses next. Option for medium weights or no weights at all. 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Arms send straight up to the ceiling, and then elbows bend outside the shoulders. Palms face forward the entire time. Arms over the shoulders, arms outside the shoulders. Chest activating here. Keep your back flat. Your feet can be flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling if I didn't say that. Breathe. Here. Exhale to push the hands up. Inhale to lower the elbows down. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We get ready for our bridges next. So feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. Head stays rested, palms push down into the ground outside the hips. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the glutes to lift the hips, and then lower the hips right back on down to the ground. Squeeze to lift, slowly lower. You get to move at your own pace here. That's the beauty of doing this in your own space here. Tailbone is the first to lift and the last to touch the ground. Head and shoulders stay rested as the hips go up and down. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We do have to flip-flop on over to get ready for our push-up next. 3, 2, 1, exercise. Push-ups. So hands are a little bit wider than the shoulders here, whether you're against a wall, facing the wall, or if you're on the ground. Arms bend and extend. So the entire body comes towards the ground as the elbows bend, and the entire body in one long line pushes away from the wall or the floor as the arms straighten. If you have your knees bent, pull the heels towards your glutes so that you get that engagement through the lower body with squeezing through the backside. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We reset on our backs for our alternating leg lowers. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Legs to the ceiling, right leg lowers, lifts, left leg lowers, lifts. Try to point your toes. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can. If you start to feel your back peeling off the ground here, go ahead and take a little bend in the knees and make that movement smaller. Really pulling that belly button down towards the spine. Head gets to stay rested here as we focus through lower abs and obliques. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Send those feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling, chest press coming up next. In 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Elbows are outside the shoulders and then arms sent straight up to the ceiling over the shoulders. Activating through the chest muscles. Moving at your pace. Exhaling to lift the arms, inhaling to lower them. You got it. Moving at your pace. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. And we take it to our glute bridges next. Feet flat to the floor, knees to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Exercise glute bridges. Lift those hips to the ceiling and then lower them back down to the ground. Lift through the tailbone and then let the tailbone be the last to lower, articulating through the spine one vertebrae at a time as you lift and lower. Glutes and hamstrings fired up here. Inhaling to lower, exhaling to lift. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. And we turn on over or we get up for our push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Elbows bend back to about a 45-degree angle outside the ribs. The entire body lowers as the arms bend, and then it all lifts together as the arms extend. Keep your head in line with your spine. Push-ups are so hard. Give yourself grace here. It's a moving plank, and planks are hard enough. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. We're going to go through that one more time. Starting on our backs, alternating leg lowers. In 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Right leg lowers, lifts, left leg lowers, lifts. As you're doing this, palms push down into the ground outside the hips to help stabilize through the upper body. Really pull that belly button down into the ground. Push and glue your low back to the ground. That's going to activate us in our lower abs. With one leg moving at a time, we're off center of balance, which is going to activate the obliques. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Send those feet flat to the floor. Chest press, coming right up. 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Arms send up to the ceiling, straight over the shoulders. Elbows bend outside the shoulders. Palms face forward. Keeping your back to the ground here as well. A little bit easier with those feet stationary as arms send up, elbows send down to the ground. Breathe here. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Next up is our bridges. Feet are flat, knees to the ceiling, palms push down into the ground outside the hips. 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Squeeze the glutes to lift the hips and then lower the hips back down to the ground. Breathe. We exhale to lift the hips. We inhale to lower them. Think about articulating your spine one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone lifts and then low back lifts, mid back lifts, then mid back lowers, low back lowers, tailbone lowers. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Rest. We flip on over, last set of push-ups, and then we're done with them. And I can't wait to be done with them. 3, 2, 1. Exercise push-ups. You can do it. Get low as you bend those arms. You can do it. Keep your head in line with your spine. Nice flat back. We are going to do this. Do it together. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Keep in line. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. We are done with circuit 2. Woo! All right. Circuit 3 is also on the ground. If you'd like to get a drink, feel free. Circuit 3, we have a tabletop hamstring curl. So we'll be on our hands and our knees for this one. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And this is what we call tabletop position, like we are a table. Now for hamstring curls, we're going to do one side and then we'll do the other. So right knee is going to point behind you. So you keep the bend in your knee, send the knee behind the right hip, pointing behind you. Flex your foot. Extend your leg long so it's at hip height, and then keeping your knee at the same height behind the hip, pull your heel to your bottom. Extend and bend. So you want to keep your leg at the same height, your knee at the same height as you extend the leg behind you, and then pull the heel to your glutes. You stay still through the left leg and through the hands as you move the right leg. Any questions about our tabletop hamstring curl? Okay. Then we'll do it on the left, and then we have leg abductions, or the up downs. So we do these in the core stability class. So you're gonna lay on one side of your body. So I'm gonna lay left hip down, right hip up to work the right side first. You can use your left arm as a pillow. You can rest your head in the palm of your left hand, or your left elbow can be underneath your left shoulder with your forearm nice and flat to the ground. So you're in a straight line here. Then I want you to just walk your feet a little bit forward so they're no longer in a straight line, but a few inches ahead of where they were. Right hand pushes down into the ground in front of the torso. That's just an extra base of support, another point of contact with the ground. Flex your feet, and then you lift your right leg up to hover at hip height. So it's still over the left leg. It's just hovering at hip height instead of resting on the left leg. And then from here, you lift your right leg towards the ceiling, lower it back down to hip height. So it only has to be a few inches. You choose your range of motion. That's activating the outer glutes. So just laying on your side, right leg lifts, right leg lowers. The next set, we'll switch and we'll lay on our right side and we'll activate through the left side. Any questions about our up downs?
And our leg is straight on these, isn't it?
Yes, yep, legs are straight for this one. All right. I'll start our timer and our tunes. And we start in tabletop position for our right side hamstring curls. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. So start in your tabletop on your hands and knees. Extend your right leg long behind you, flex your foot. Keeping your knee in the same spot in space. Right heel comes to your glute, and then leg extends light, nice and long behind you. This is a hamstring curl because we're activating through our hamstrings, the back of the upper leg. We're also getting glutes here. Try to keep your back as flat as possible. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Get back to your tabletop. We'll take it to the left side next. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Send that left leg long behind you. Flex your left foot. Left heel comes to your glutes and extend your leg nice and long behind you. So with this movement here, our low back might want to give out. If our low back dips, that means the work is going into our low back and out of our hamstrings and glutes. So that's why we want to keep a nice flat back by pulling the belly button into the spine as we extend and bend our legs. Keep your head in line with your spine. Keep that table nice and sturdy. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Lay left side down, right side up for our up downs or leg abductions. 3, 2, 1, exercise. So you're laying on your left side, your right leg comes to hip height, lifts up as high as feels good to you, and then lowers back down to hip height. So when you lift it above hip height, it can be an inch or it can be up to 8 or 9 inches. You're gonna feel the work through the right side glutes right away, right outside the hip. 3, 2, 1, rest. Lay on your right side, so right hip down, left hip up. And we get going in 3, 2, 1, exercise. Left leg raises to the ceiling and then lowers back down. Foot is flexed. Nice deep breaths. You have that left hand pushing down in front of your torso to help stabilize you, keep you upright. You got it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We're going to go through this just one more time. Tabletop position, hamstring curls right side. 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Extend the right leg long behind you. Kick your right heel towards your glutes. Extend. Bend and extend. Strengthening through the back side of the right side of the body. Hamstrings and glutes. Hold your back flat. Keep your head in line with your spine. Belly button pulls in. Maybe you push through your right palm to help stabilize you. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Stay in your tabletop. We're going to take it to the left leg. Left side hamstring curl. In 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Left leg extends behind you. Heel to your glutes. Extend. Heel to your glutes. Extend. Keep that knee high. You want the knee directly behind the hip the entire time as the heel bends and then reaches back behind you. Keep your head in line with your spine. Back flat. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. Lay on your left side down, right side up for our up down. In 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Right leg is at hip height. Lifts towards the ceiling, comes back down to hip height. Feeling a pinch through the outer right glute. Breathe through. Really straightening through that leg, pushing energy out of the right heel as you lift and lower. Staying proud through the chest. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Switch sides. Right hip down, left hip up. And 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Left leg lifts, lowers back down to hip height. Outer left glutes. Last time to burn these out. This is our last exercise of circuit 3 before we move on to circuit number 4. Make it your best yet. Feel that engagement, that squeeze through the left side glutes, outside the left hip. Keep your left hip stacked over the right hip. Don't let it fall back. It's going to want to. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. I'm going to stop our tunes and we stand for circuit number 4. So go ahead and get a drink if you need and meet me up high. And I did this last week. I say we're standing, but our first exercise is a wall sit. So if you have a wall that you can put your back flat against, use it. If not, I'll tell you what an option is for you after. So for our wall sit, you put your back against the wall and then you're gonna sink your bottom down towards knee level. You wanna press your back against the wall and be sitting in an imaginary chair. So your shoulders are over your hips, your knees are over your ankles, nice sharp bend in those knees. This is activating through the tops of the thighs. If you do not have a wall, you're gonna hold your squat position. Feet a little bit wider than the hips, maybe shoulder width apart, toes forward. Push your hips down and back, and you're going to hold it. Any questions about our wall sit? Okay, next exercise is a doozy. It's clock lunges. It is essentially a standard lunge, right foot forward and then left foot forward. And then it's also side lunges as well. So for your clock lunge, you're going to have right foot forward, left foot back, and then you're going to bend both your knees to 90 degrees. So you're going to sink your hips straight down. The right foot is flat, the left heel is lifted, the back leg, and you just want to sink down and then stand up nice and tall. Then the part that makes it a clock is we're kind of traveling around the world. So the right foot stepped forward to 12 o'clock. Now the right foot is going to step to 3 o'clock. So right foot steps exactly right. And then we're going to do a side lunge from here. So right knee bends, left leg is straight. To get that right knee to bend, we have to push our hips back. Hands can be on your hips. So with that left leg straight, you feel a stretch through the inner thigh. Lots of work loading up through the right thigh. Stand tall. And then we take it to our 6 o'clock. So right foot steps back, left foot steps forward. standard lunge. Both knees bend, stand up tall, and then we take it to our 9 o'clock. Left foot steps out to the left knee bends, right leg is straight into your lateral or your side lunge. Then you repeat. If doing it in that order is too much for the brain, because I know I get fumbled when I'm doing it, just do your standard lunge, do side lunges. Make sure you do even number on both sides. Any questions about clock lunges? Okay. The last exercise is our standing side crunch. So you're going to stand nice and tall. If you'd like to have a heavy weight in your right hand, you can, and you can hold it by your side. Then you're going to do a side crunch to the right. So right shoulder and fingertips reach towards the ground, and then you level back out. Shoulders are in line with each other. You have the option to put your left hand behind your head, elbow wide here. And if you don't have a weight, you have the option to do a high knee with that right knee if you'd like. Then the second set, we'll do a side crunch on the left. So left hand can have the weight if you have a weight. Left shoulder dips down, stand up nice and tall. So you got some options. Any questions about our side crunch, standing side crunch? Okay. Let's get it going then. We start our circuit fourth standing. I'll start our tunes. And we get to our wall sit or our hold squat position. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. So your back is flat against the wall. You want your thighs parallel to the ceiling or as close to it as you can get. Knees tracked over the ankles. Really press your back into the wall. Thighs are on fire here. And we are not moving, so we don't have the movement to distract us from the work. So focus on your breath. Taking nice big inhales and exhales to distract us a little bit. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We're gonna take it to our clock lunges coming up next. 3, 2, 1, exercise. So standard crunch, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. You have your lateral lunge, and then switch sides, switch which foot leads. For that standard crunch, I want you to have your front knee tracked over your ankle, back knee underneath the hip. For the lateral lunge, I want that knee still tracked over the ankle. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We are taking it to our standing side crunch. Right arm reaches down long to the ground, left hand behind head. 3, 2, 1, exercise. So right fingertips and shoulder reach towards the ground outside your right leg. It doesn't have to be far. We're still standing tall. We just want enough to crunch through the right side oblique. Reset, repeat. So right shoulder dips, shoulders square out. 3, 2, 1, rest. We're gonna switch sides. Left arm down by our sides, the right hand behind the head, elbow wide. In 3, 2, 1, standing side crunch. Left arm reaches down as left shoulder dips down. Everything squares back out. So your low body is completely still. You're only dipping down as far as feels good to you, crunching through those left side obliques as you reach. And then we have to crunch through our right side to get those shoulders squared back out. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We take it to the top with our wall sit coming up next. If you want to spice it up and hold weights on your lap, you can. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Back is flat against the wall. You're sitting in your imaginary chair. And boy, do we wish we had a chair underneath us right now. Hands can be on your hips. They can be on your lap. You can hold weights on your lap if you want more spice. You can hold that squat position. Focus on your inhales and exhales. Keep your back nice and flat. Really feeling the fire through the thighs in a very big way. You can do this. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Standing nice and tall. We take it to our clock lunges. So we have our standard lunge and our side lunge that we're rotating through in 3, 2, 1, exercise. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and then 1 foot left, 1 foot right. You got this. So we're getting both the tops of the thighs, we're getting the inside and the outsides of the thighs, we're getting the glutes, we're getting the hamstrings, we're getting it from all directions. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Standing side crunch coming up next. Right arm long by our sides, left hand behind the head. 3, 2, 1, exercise. Right arm dips down, and then square those shoulders back out. So just enough to get a little crunch through the right side of the torso, and then square those shoulders out, and repeat. You got it. Three, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Left arm long by your side or right hand behind your head, elbow wide. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Left arm reaches down, square out those shoulders. Just a side bend. So if you were stuck between 2 doors or 2 panes of glass, you're just moving side to side. You cannot move forward and back. Standing tall, bending left, standing tall. You got this. 3, 2, 1, rest. Circuit 4, round 3, coming right up with a wall sit. In 3, 2, 1, exercise. Glue that back to the wall, sink the hips down towards knee level. Thighs parallel to the ceiling. Feet could be hip width apart. Breathe here. That's what we can focus on so that we can stay in this. Mental here. We're at the end of the workout. Our muscles are tired. Tell yourself that you can do it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Clock lunges. Coming right up. Standard lunges, side lunges. All your combinations. 3, 2, 1, exercise. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Knees bend. Stand tall. Take it to your side lunge. Switch which leg is forward and back. Side lunge. You can do it. Keep your torso nice and tall with those standard lunges. It's okay to hinge forward with those side lunges. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We just have our 2 sets of those side crunches for the obliques coming up. And that's that. So we're gonna finish strong here in 3, 2, 1. Exercise right side crunch. Right arm long by your side, left hand behind the head, elbow wide. Dip the right shoulder, right fingertips towards the ground, then stand up nice and tall. Crunching through the right side obliques as we lower. And our left side obliques have to engage to get us to come right back up high. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Switch sides. Right hand behind head, elbow wide, left arm long by your side. And we take it to our left side crunch in 3, 2, 1, exercise. Standing side crunch, left side. Left arm dips down. Come right back up through center, shoulders stacked over hips, shoulders reach left. Standing tall, dipping. Keeping the lower body still, it's just the torso, just the side abs. Crunching here. This is our last exercise, so make it nice. Push it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. We have officially made it through our circuits. So we are going into our cool down here. So for our cool down, take a nice deep breath. Feel free to follow along with me or do what feels best in your body. Stretch what's most sore or what needs the most attention. I'm going to start by taking a nice deep breath, standing tall, arms reach out to the sides, up over the head. And then exhale, arms reach back down, float to my sides. Just a couple of deep breaths here to get the heart rate low before I make my way to the ground. And I'm going to go ahead and make my way to the ground in my tabletop position or hands and knees. From here, we're going to go into cat-cow. So start with a flat back and a nice big inhale. On your exhale, we take it to cat. Push your spine to the sky, push through your palms, tuck your chin to your chest. And then we'll take it to cow, dipping the belly low, rolling the shoulders down and back, opening through the collarbone, nose points forward, and go through these with your own breath. So exhaling to push the spine up, tuck the chin to the chest, and inhaling to dip the belly low. So we get spine mobility and we get a stretch through the abdominals as well. Taking it at your pace. And when you're ready, you can come back to a flat back. And then I want you to curl your toes under and send your hips to the sky. So your toes are on the ground and your hands are on the ground. You're in an upside down V-shaped pike position, hips nice and tall. To get a deeper stretch through the backs of your legs, push your heels towards the ground. And to get a deeper stretch through the spine, pull your chest towards your knees. And when you're ready, let your knees come gently back down to the ground and we'll roll onto our backs. From your back, go ahead and start with your feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling, and then hug your right knee into your chest, maybe wrapping your hands around your right shin. Head stays rested. If it feels good to you, you can either leave your left foot there or you can extend your left leg long on the ground. And take a couple breaths here as we start to open up through the back side of the right leg and glutes. And then on your next exhale, feel free to pull that right knee outside the right rib cage slightly to open up through the inner thigh or hip. And from here, we'll take our twist. So the left hand will come to the outside of the right knee. It'll guide the right knee up and over towards the left. The right hip will peel off the ground. The right knee only reaches as far left as feels good to you. Right arm extends long to a T shape outside the right shoulder. Nose points right. We have a nice stretch through the glutes, a twist through the spine, and an opening through the chest and shoulders. When you're ready, you can unwind from that and hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side if that feels good to you. And we'll reset. Your right foot can come flat to the floor as you hug your left knee into your chest. Option to extend that right leg long on the ground. On your next exhale, I invite you to open that left knee outside the left rib cage slightly, just to open up through the inner thigh, outer hip. And we can take it to our twist. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee, guides the left knee up and over towards the right side of the body. Left hip peels off the ground. Left arm goes long to a T outside the left shoulder, nose points left. Spine twist, glute stretch, shoulder and chest opener. Breathe deeply here. And unwind. Go ahead, hug both knees to your chest to reset a little bit. Maybe rock side to side and sit up nice and tall. And from our seated position, we will go into a forward fold. So extend your legs nice and straight in front of you, or however straight you can get them. Hands by your side. Inhale as you reach your hands out to the sides and up over your head. And exhale as you hinge forward, reach your fingertips towards your toes. Holding yourself in half. Maybe your hands reach towards your knees, your shins, your ankles. Maybe they do reach the toes. Wherever you're at, relax your shoulder blades down and back. Let them drift apart from each other to allow the stretch to go up through the mid-back, upper back. And you can release that and we'll come into our butterfly. So from our butterfly, the bottoms of your feet will come together to touch in front of your hips. The knees will point out towards each side. Left knee points left, right knee points right, as much as feels good to you. Stretching through the inner thighs, stretching and opening through the hips. Taking a couple deep breaths here. And take one more deep breath for yourself here. I'm gonna stop our recording.